Hi everybody, I'm here to do an episode review of New Jersey, episode 8. It's called Walking on Broken Glass. And this is one of my favorite episodes. They took a 2-week break because of Thanksgiving, and it's back now, and I'm so excited. So it starts off with, let's just get into it because it's one of my favorite episodes. So it starts off with how it ended last time with Siggy and Margaret doing their back and forth of the exercise. And Margaret was just, going. They didn't show the clip when she was saying the thing about Joshua, which was surprising. But they showed everything else. They were like, "That pastry chef, can you believe the way the pastry chef, like the way you embarrassed that pastry chef and you threw that cake? And oh my God, can you not? And oh my God." And Siggy's like, just staring at her, and everyone's just like, "Oh God, this is not gonna be good." And then Siggy starts to act out Margaret, and she pulls her hand, makes her hand into pigtails with her hands, and she's like, "Oh, you are so soggy, Siggy. Like, oh my God, like, you are so immature. Like, oh my God, you're crazy. Like, you cause scenes beyond repair. Like, oh my God." And, they were going back and forth, but it is what it is. And Siggy was saying the reason why she was upset about Soggy because we're back to her childhood, and so she started crying over the way they treated her when she used to cry, but then she's crying about that situation. It was just so ironic. It was pretty ironic. So then Melissa decided to go up and do one with Siggy, and she decided to act out the scene when when Siggy embarrasses her at the purse-line party, and she's just like, Melissa's like, "So this is the way I view the situation." So she started going in, and she goes, she just started like really going in. She was like at 100. She was like even more than what Siggy freaking ever acted. Like, she was really like doing Siggy, but on a whole other scale. She threw herself on the floor. She was like, the cake, they threw the cake. And throwing herself on the floor, and then she's like, "Okay, well, you guys, is she an asshole, guys? Like, oh my God, she threw the cake, is she an asshole?" And Teresa goes, "Yes, you're an asshole." I thought that was cute. I was like, yeah, of course, like, Teresa's gonna say that, of course, because Melissa's anything to say anything against Melissa, she's gonna go for it. Even if it's just a scene to act out, she's gonna go for it. So, anyways, that's said and done. Then Danielle and Teresa go. And Danielle's like, there are situations in the past that I'm not over, and my kids are not over when you banged on the table and you flipped the table and you said I was a prostitution whore and everything. And she just was like, I'm not over that. And, my kids are very hurt by it, and she wants her to apologize to her kids. And Teresa said she would definitely do that. If that will make things better, she will definitely apologize and make it right. So that's what they're cool now. Like, they're friends. So Teresa doesn't have a problem with doing that. So, okay. So that's that. Then the exercise is over. That's basically what they showed of the exercise, and then they all meet that night and they talk about their emotions and in a group setting. Margaret says she misses her kids and she's still hurt by that. I do feel bad, like, regardless if she cheated or not, which is wrong. She really cares about these kids, and I hope that the kids see this, and even though they're mad at what Margaret did, they have to see this and be like, you know what, she really cares, you know what I mean? Like, this is hurting her so deeply, So I hope the kids can see that. And so they're all sharing their feelings. Teresa's like, "I'm so upset with Joe, blah, blah, blah." And then they see Dolores, it's your turn. Dolores goes, "Well, I'm having a doggy fair. I'm having a doggy contest for dogs. And so if you guys just want to come, you guys can come." And everyone was staring at her and was like, "Really? We just poured our hearts out and you're talking to us about a doggy contest?" So, but I get why Dolores said that. Dolores said that because she did lose her dog. Dolores does not show emotion. So it's like, she's not going to be emotional to these group of girls, because some of them she really doesn't like. So she's not going to pull her heart out in front of these people that she really doesn't get along with, some of them. But I can tell why she said that. She meant, like, my dog died and whatever, and I'm really hurt by it, and I'm having a doggy fair to raise money for dogs or raise money for animals. So I got why she went into that, why she said that, but she didn't really specify, because she's not going to pull her heart out, and she knows if she starts talking about her dog, she's going to start crying. So yeah. So Then, sorry, there's something in my mouth. Okay. Melissa and Margaret meet at Margaret's, they're done with the retreat, they're back home in Jersey. And Melissa meets with Margaret in her store to talk about, you know, business and blah, blah, blah. And they talk about Milan, they're going there for business or whatever. Let's call a spade here. Let's see what we know what's going on. This is their cast trip, and they have to say how they're going to do the cast trip this season. So they decided to say, oh, well, we're going for business. But we all know this is the cast trip. I mean, come on. Like, we all know they're going on a cast trip. We can read between the lines. We understand what's going on with that one. And it is what it is. They're making it seem like they're going for business, but we know it's for the cast trip. So Teresa goes to Siggy's house, and she lets Siggy know that she has not seen Joe in 3 months. Which is really telling. Like, you know, not saying that she's, I'm not going to say cheating on Joe, but like just not caring about Joe anymore and just living her own life and just, what I think she's doing, I think she's just living her life. And if someone comes along, he comes along. You get what I'm saying? Like, if there's a guy that comes along in Teresa's life and she likes him, she's going to go on those feelings. She's not going to wait for Joe to come out of prison, because I think at this point she's just upset with Joe, and she just doesn't want to be with Joe, I really do believe. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if she waits and thinks about it, I don't know, I don't know about the rumor, I really don't. She could be cheating, she could not be cheating, but I do believe regardless, there's a part of her that really doesn't want to be with Joe anymore. So, yeah. So they go to the doggy fair, and they're all there, the whole cast is there, and Danielle just doesn't believe Margaret and Siggy making up is genuine. And she just says that Siggy did that for the sake of her job and her career, which I get it. I do agree with Danielle. I think Siggy knew that she was going on this retreat. This was for her job, and she wanted to look good in front of the people for her job. And she knew if she would have started arguing with Margaret at the retreat, that it would just be a bad look for her. But then again, they were acting out the scenes, and it made Siggy look really bad. Like, because the coworker was sitting right there watching the scenes, and it was just like, wow, it's like, and even the coworker was like, wow, that was really hard to watch, you know, like, wow, like, that was so uncomfortable to watch, I cringed. And it's like, you know, they're basically telling the coworker and everyone that she's working with that Siggy's an animal, and she's crazy, and she acts out of character, and she really is a Looney Tune, you know, basically is what they were saying in those scenes when they were acting them out. So yeah, I do agree with Danielle a little bit, but yeah, I mean, I do. I don't think Margaret and Siggy ever really like each other, you know, and Margaret too. Margaret's the same. I don't think Margaret really wants to make up with Siggy either. They just don't like each other. So, then Siggy and Dolores go to Kim D's. Because they're going to be in the fashion show, her new fashion show for charity, because there's 2 people that died that Kim D knew in a car accident. They were 2 young kids, and she's raising a charity at the Kim D annual fashion show for the cause, for the 2 boys and the family. So Dolores and Siggy are walking in the show, and they're in Kim D's store to try on the outfits, and Kim D goes, yeah, so, Teresa, is she coming? Ooh, bless me. Oof. So this makeup and dust and the makeup and the eyeshadows, like, all going on my face. She's like, oh, so is Teresa coming? And she goes, no, she's still mad at what she said at the last Posh Fashion Show last year, that she said that Joe was cheating on her. And she goes, we all know Joe was cheating on her. We all know what it was. And, you know, he treats Teresa like shit. And Kim D is just going on and on and on. Whatever rumors she can spread, she's going to spread. Is it true? Probably it is. But, you know, it's not nice to spread these rumors, especially to her friends. Like, these are her friends she's telling this to. She's not telling this to her friend. Well, it is her friends, but she's telling this to people that Teresa knows and is friends with and filming a show with. So, Kim D knew what she was doing. So, Siggy automatically was just sticking up for Teresa and was like, no, that's not true. You don't know. If you did not see the penis go into the vagina hole, then you don't know that it happened, blah, blah, blah. And then Kim D goes on and to say something else. You think she'll stop there, but she doesn't. She goes on and she says, I hear Teresa's rekindling an old flame. I hear she's getting down and dirty. Like, I hear she's, talking to an old boyfriend. And Dolores is like, oh, really? And then Siggy's the one that really sticks up for her in the scene. In the scene, she's like, "No, that's not true. I can't believe you're saying this." She's like, she throws herself in the dressing room. She locks the door. She's like, "I'm not coming out of the dressing room. I'm not hearing no more of this." And then Kimchi's like, "Listen, it's happening, and I won't blame her if she did, because you know why? Because Joe treats her like shit. Joe treated her like shit." And I'm like, Kim D, you don't care that if she treated her like shit. You're not cool with Teresa anymore. You're doing this in Spreader Room. You're not doing this because you're genuinely like, oh my god, I'm so happy for her that she's cheating on Joe because Joe treated her like shit. Like, come on, Kim D. So, right afterwards, they go out to a restaurant. And they're all there. And they all, all six of them at the table. And they're in this restaurant. It's quiet as a fucking church mouse. You can hear a pin drop in that restaurant. That's how quiet it is. So picture this scene. So they're talking and they're talking about Milan and they're all saying we're going to Milan for business, blah, blah, blah. We're not going for business, we're going for the cast trip. And then they start saying we just came from Candice, this is Dolores and Siggy. And they're like, they said that, we're walking in her show and Teresa's like, you're walking in the show? And they're like, yeah. She's like, I thought you were going to the past fashion show, but we didn't know you were walking in the show. Like, why would you do that? And then Melissa was like, yeah, why would you do that? She's a vile fucking human being. She's disgusting. She called me a stripper. She called me a whore. She called my kids trashy. I don't know what the hell. She was going on and on and on. And half the things we didn't see that Kim D ever said. Like, I never heard Kim D say that her kids are trashy or that they're whatever. I never heard anything like that. But then again, they might have. I mean, we don't know what Kim D said. But Melissa was going on and on. She's like, I don't understand this. Siggy's like, well, I'm going to the past fashion show. When I was having problems with Margaret and you went to Margaret's party, did I tell you not to go to that? No. So I'm going to Kim D's past fashion show. And then Dolores says, yeah, well, also there's something that happened we went to Posh and Kim D said that you're rekindling old flames, Teresa, that you're cheating on Joe. And Teresa is pissed off her rocker. This was giving me season 1 tease when she flipped the table. Like, I thought she was going to flip the table, but she was so pissed. She's like, I'm fucking pissed. I'm fuming. You should have stuck up for me, this and the other thing. And Dolores goes, well, if it's true, Teresa. And Teresa's like, if it's true, it's not fucking... She picks up a wine glass. She flings it across the room. She knows not to throw that shit at Dolores. So she decided to throw the glass. Oh, then again, she probably knows she's not allowed to throw glass. I mean, this is the thing. They changed from season 1. Like, at season 1, I guess they didn't tell them at the time, like, you can't throw glasses, you can't flip tables. Now the rules have changed in Bravo. And it's like, you break a glass, that they're gonna demote you. But Teresa will never get demoted. Like, she's the reason for Jersey. Like, that's like firing Nene from Atlanta. You don't do that. But anyways, Teresa still thought about it for a second when she was really pissed, and she decided to fling the glass behind her back instead of, like, chucking the glass at Dolores. So then Dolores jumps up, and she's banging on the table. I did fucking stick up for you. Again, as I said, it's quiet as a church mouse in this restaurant. Everyone is staring. Everyone and their grandmothers are staring at the scene. There are some people recording them on Snapchat off their phone, and there are some people that are just looking and they're like with their grandmothers and they're with their family and they're looking at this like they're in the middle of a fucking Sopranos episode, like, seriously. So they all start screaming. They're all screaming. Melissa's screaming. Danielle's screaming, I'm going to the Posh Fashion Show. You can't stop me, Teresa. You can't stop me. I'm going to that Posh Fashion Show. And Siggy's like, it's for charity. And Margaret starts getting involved, which I'm shocked. Listen, Margaret's getting involved. I don't understand. Like, you're good with Siggy. Why would you get involved in this? Like, this isn't your fight. You don't know Kim D. Don't get involved in this. Like, why are you getting involved? I was annoyed with Margaret with that. Because it's like, you just made cool with Siggy. So why are you getting involved? So she starts getting involved. She's like, Hitler, it was a bad person, but, I'm not Hitler wouldn't kill me, but that doesn't make him a good person, you know what I mean? Like, you hang around Kim D, who did all this stuff to Teresa and Melissa, and you hang around them, basically comparing Kim D to Hitler. So he's like, well, this is for charity, like, don't you have a fucking heart, Margaret? And Margaret's like, no, I'm gonna call up the Tin Man, and I'm gonna ask for that heart, because I obviously don't have it. And they just start, like, I don't know, they just start, like, flinging the chairs into the table, and they're like, fuck this, I'm leaving, blah, 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 and everyone's staring, like, oh my god, like, it was quite quite embarrassing for the restaurant too, because they're filming this scene, and you know, they're having this restaurant shown on a television show, but it's not a good light for them because they're having these women act like a maniac in their restaurant. Like, they all became unhinged. They all really did. And then Danielle's screaming, "Oh, bye-bye, ta-ta, ladies, out the ta-ta, ta-ta, the lights have been drawn in the sand, ta-ta now, have a good night." And Dolores is leaving the restaurant, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but she was literally, I don't know if she was laughing because it was a nervous laugh, but she was literally hysterically laughing. I think she was embarrassed that she acted that way, and she probably noticed after she, like, took a moment to pause and look around her that everyone in that restaurant was staring at everyone, at them. Staring at her, staring at all of them, screaming and acting like a damn mess. Like, so she left the restaurant hysterically laughing. And, oh my god, like, imagine going to a restaurant and just thinking you're just gonna have a nice sit-down dinner, and then you see a whole explosive dinner scene take place. I mean, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, I would just be in shock. Especially if they don't know this show, and they don't know who they are, and they don't watch this show, that they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? What is going on here? Like, what is this about? Are they filming, like, an episode of Sopranos? Are they rebooting Sopranos? Are they remaking The Goodfellas right now? Like, what are they doing right now in this? I highly doubt they think they're filming a reality show and they're for New Jersey. I mean, I highly doubt they're thinking that if they don't watch the show, but they probably do. I mean, everyone watches New Jersey. If they don't, they definitely heard of them, but yeah. It is what it is. They leave, and, Teresa decides that she wants to go to the Post Fashion Show, and she's going to confront Kim D and cause a scene, and that's that. So, Melissa's, like, a little weird about it, but Danielle's like, you know what, no, we're going to go in there like Charlie's fucking Angels, and we're going to side to side to the hip, and we're going to run in there, and we're going to do our thing, and we're going to do our business, and we're going to leave that shit, and we're going to fucking raise all hell. And Melissa's like, okay, fine, I'll be there. And, you know, so then they're all going to the Posh Fashion Show. The preview is them at the Posh Fashion Show, and all hell breaks loose, you know. It looks really good. The next episode looks really good. This was a really good episode, too. I really loved this whole episode, but that ending, though, at that restaurant really was giving me real, like, I don't even know, like, that was, like, an explosive fucking scene. Like, it was reminding me so much of season 1 when Teresa flipped the table. But yeah, it was a good episode. So that's it. That's the whole episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review. I'm going to have it up shortly tonight or tomorrow. And that's it. I'm hoping, I want to film a November favorites for the month. I have a few favorites for the month of November, so I really want to film that. But I wanted to get the Jeffree Star Holiday Collection package, but I have not gotten that yet. I was hoping to review that and include that in the November favorites, but I will have to include that in my December favorites now. So yeah, I am gonna go. I keep playing with my hair, I'm so sorry. I gotta get my hair done because the highlights are just, oh my god, like the highlights are just not up to par right now. I gotta re-highlight my hair. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode review. Next episode looks really good. It's the end of the season. The season's almost over. The next episode is the Posh Fashion Show, then it's Milan, then it's the restaurant opening, and then it's the finale. I mean, there's only a few episodes left. It's going really, really fast. So, that's it. Is there anything else that I left out? I don't think I left out anything. There are sometimes I leave out something. I'm like, shit, I should have like said that, but I don't think I left out anything here. Okay, so yeah, I'm done. Okay, I said everything. I love you guys, and bye.